One of the original Darth Vader costumes from the 1980s Empire Strikes Back movie is up for sale at an auction house. Also, the 1993 movie Cliffhanger that starred Sylvester Stallone is getting a reboot. And we have a lot more retro news to cover, so don't turn that dial.
All systems are functional.
What up to my peoples, and welcome to Retro Crunch, your nostalgia channel where we talk about current news that relates to all things retro. If you are a fan of Star Wars, and I am talking about die-hard fan, the original Darth Vader costume worn in Empire Strikes Back is about to go up for auction at the Bonham Auction House in Los Angeles on May 14th. Darth Vader is one of the most recognized and infamous characters in the history of film, so this piece of history will not be cheap. The costume itself is owned by Bryce Kermit Eller, who landed a gig in 1977 making a personal appearance as Darth Vader all over the country, from film premieres to book signings and even the 1978 Academy Awards. Eller wore the original and only Darth Vader costume from the original Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. But by 1979, he was provided with one of a few complete costumes that were produced for The Empire Strikes Back, which one is currently up for auction, and that's the one that I'm talking about today. The 17-piece costume that's used in Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, is outfitted with everything from gloves to boots and a couple of capes, I believe, also a codpiece and a battery pack. The only thing that's missing is the lightsaber, which could probably go for $200,000 to $300,000 at an auction all by itself. The auction house is estimating that the costume's going to sell for somewhere between $1 and $2 million. But what's a couple mil when you can be the owner of one of the most iconic costumes in all of history, right? And is there any costume or prop from a movie that you would spend almost any amount of money on? Let me know in the comments, and I'll also let you guys know what movie prop that I would love to own myself. I'll link to the website for the auction just in case a few of you have some cash on hand and you might want to bid on it. And next up, which is also Star Wars related, if you've been looking for a chance to get into collecting Star Wars figures from your 70s, 80s, or 90s childhood, you might be in luck. There is a Kenner/Hasbro Star Wars retro collection that goes on sale May 12th that are reproductions of the original Star Wars toys down to the yellow hair on Luke and that famous telescoping lightsaber thing that comes out of their arms. I believe Luke and Darth Vader, actually, and Obi-Wan had that. And from the pictures that I was seeing, I believe that you're going to be able to buy them in a box set that is reminiscent of the Star Wars Early Bird set that was started in 1977. I actually have the original cardboard set and a bunch of vintage figures, but it would be nice to have this retro set as well. The 6 figures in this introductory wave include Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Darth Vader, and a Stormtrooper. And whether you grew up in the Kenner era or not, and you're looking to get that authentic recreation of the original figures, the Star Wars Retro Collection looks like it might be a good starting point for any new collector. And I like that it celebrates the original roots of the licensed Star Wars product, which played an important role in the history of the franchise and the development of Lucasfilm. You can add these figures to your collection May 12th at Target stores. Then next, get ready for summer with a flashback to the 90s retro limited edition picnic basket from Igloo. I had a bunch of Igloos when I was growing up. Right now you can get a picnic cooler, a half-gallon water jug, or a mini cooler that looks just like the ones from the early 90s. And you can buy them online over at igloocoolers.com or urbanoutfitter.com. So if you're looking for some cool retro swag, go check them out. And then in some retro entertainment news, because it worked so well for Ghostbusters and the Ocean 11 franchises, we are officially getting a Cliffhanger remake, but this time Sylvester Stallone's action classic is going to be remade with mostly a female cast. I'm done. I'm back. I was just kidding. Then there is a biopic movie that's being made about the 1980s televangelist Jim and Tammy Bakker, with the leading roles going to Jessica Chastain and Andrew Garfield. And the Beverly Hills 90210 reboot now has a premiere date of August 7th on Fox. This one I'm actually really looking forward to because I loved watching the show when I was a high schooler, so I hope it turns out to be pretty good. And then last up, there is a documentary that's being made about the first ever UFC event. UFC 1 actually took place on November 12th, 1993 in Denver, Colorado. And it marked the first mixed martial arts event to ever air live in North America on pay-per-view. That's pretty cool. I remember watching it. So no release date has actually been announced on it, but I'll keep an eye out on this and let you guys know about it whenever I find out any new news on it. And that is your retro news for the week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out our next video that is right over there. I will catch y'all on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.